Have you ever wondered how a large office building, shopping mall, hotel, hospital, or airport stays cool during the hottest summer days? Unlike a home that may use a single split air conditioner, commercial buildings rely on complete HVAC systems designed to control temperature, humidity, ventilation, and indoor air quality for hundreds or even thousands of people. In today's video, I'll explain how an HVAC system works inside a building, from the moment warm air leaves a room until cool, fresh air returns. This guide is perfect for beginners, HVAC students, technicians, and anyone preparing for technical interviews. Let's get started. What does HVAC mean? HVAC stands for heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. Heating keeps the building warm during cold weather. Ventilation supplies fresh outdoor air while removing stale indoor air. And air conditioning removes heat and humidity to maintain a comfortable indoor environment. A complete HVAC system does much more than simply cool the air. It also controls humidity, filters dust and pollutants, maintains airflow, and provides fresh air for healthy indoor conditions. The main components of a building HVAC system. A commercial HVAC system consists of several major components working together. Depending on the type of building, the system may include chillers, cooling towers, pumps, air handling units, AHUs, fan coil units, FCUs, ductwork, dampers, air diffusers, thermostats, control systems, refrigerant piping, or chilled water piping. Each component has a specific function, and if one part fails, the overall performance of the system can be affected. Step 1. The cooling process begins. The process starts when the indoor temperature rises above the thermostat setting. For example, if the thermostat is set to 24 degrees Celsius and the room temperature increases to 27 degrees Celsius, the thermostat sends a signal to the building management system, or HVAC controller, to start the cooling process. The system then activates the required equipment to begin removing heat from the building. Step 2. Heat is removed inside the building. Inside the building, warm room air is pulled into the HVAC system through return air grills. The air first passes through air filters, where dust, dirt, and other airborne particles are removed. Next, the filtered air flows across a cold cooling coil inside an air handling unit or fan coil unit. Cold chilled water or cold refrigerant flowing through the coil absorbs heat from the warm air. As heat is removed, the air temperature drops, and moisture in the air condenses on the coil. This condensation helps reduce indoor humidity and improves comfort. Step 3. Cool air is delivered back to the rooms. After passing through the cooling coil, the air becomes cooler and drier. A blower fan then pushes this conditioned air through insulated ductwork. The cooled air travels through supply ducts and finally enters different rooms through air diffusers or supply grills. These diffusers distribute the air evenly throughout the occupied spaces to maintain a comfortable temperature. Step 4. Warm air returns to the HVAC system. As people occupy the building and equipment such as computers, lighting, and machinery produce heat, the room temperature begins to rise again. This warm air is pulled back into the HVAC system through return air grills. The return air travels back to the air handling unit, where the cooling cycle repeats continuously throughout the day. This constant circulation helps maintain a stable indoor temperature. Step 5. How the chiller produces cold water. In many commercial buildings, the cooling coil inside the AHU is supplied with chilled water rather than refrigerant directly. The chiller is responsible for producing this chilled water. Inside the chiller, the refrigeration cycle removes heat from the water and cools it to approximately 6 degrees Celsius to 7 degrees Celsius. This chilled water is then pumped through insulated pipes to various air handling units and fan coil units throughout the building. As the chilled water absorbs heat from indoor air, its temperature increases before returning to the chiller, where it is cooled again. Step 6. How the cooling tower removes heat. If the building uses a water-cooled chiller, Another important component is the cooling tower. The cooling tower removes heat from the condenser water by allowing a small amount of water to evaporate into the atmosphere. As evaporation occurs, the remaining water becomes cooler. This cooled condenser water returns to the chiller, helping the refrigeration system reject heat more efficiently. Without a cooling tower, a water-cooled chiller cannot operate properly. Step 7. Ventilation and fresh air. Cooling alone is not enough for a healthy building. People continuously consume oxygen and release carbon dioxide while occupying indoor spaces. To maintain good indoor air quality, the HVAC system introduces fresh outdoor air through a fresh air handling unit or dedicated ventilation system. Before entering the building, the outdoor air passes through filters and may also be cooled or heated depending on the weather conditions. Fresh air is then mixed with return air before being supplied to occupied areas. This process improves indoor air quality and helps maintain a healthy environment. Step 8. Automatic temperature control. Modern HVAC systems are highly automated. Thermostats, temperature sensors, pressure sensors, humidity sensors, and the building management system continuously monitor the operating conditions. If the cooling demand increases, the system automatically increases compressor speed, pump operation, or fan speed. When the cooling demand decreases, the system reduces capacity to save energy. This automatic control improves comfort while reducing electricity consumption. Step 9. Energy efficiency. Commercial HVAC systems are designed to maximize energy efficiency. Variable frequency drives adjust the speed of pumps and fans according to demand. Inverter compressors change their operating speed instead of switching fully on and off. Proper insulation, clean air filters, well-maintained coils, and balanced airflow all contribute to lower energy consumption. Regular maintenance also helps prevent equipment failure and extends system life. Common problems in building HVAC systems. Even a well-designed HVAC system can experience problems if maintenance is neglected. Dirty air filters restrict airflow and reduce cooling performance. Blocked cooling coils reduce heat transfer. Low refrigerant charge decreases cooling capacity. Faulty sensors can provide incorrect temperature readings. Damaged dampers may affect airflow distribution. Pump failures can interrupt chilled water circulation. Electrical faults may stop compressors, fans, or control systems from operating. Routine inspections and preventive maintenance help identify these issues before they become serious. Conclusion. An HVAC system in a building is much more than an air conditioner. It is a complete network of equipment that works together to provide cooling, heating, ventilation, humidity control, and clean indoor air. From the thermostat and air filters to chillers, cooling towers, pumps, AHUs, FCUs, ductwork, and diffusers, every component plays an important role in maintaining comfort and energy efficiency. If you understand how these components work together, you'll have a strong foundation for troubleshooting, installation, maintenance, and professional HVAC careers. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to HVAC official channel for more HVAC training videos, technical tutorials, troubleshooting guides, and interview preparation.